Hey guys, you're watching Cait Straight Up, and I'm your host Caitlin, and today we are going to make an absolutely delicious, super quick to make, a really wonderful spinach quiche. It has a few extra ingredients, it really kind of spices it up a little bit, and it couldn't be freaking easier. You guys are going to love it. Let's get going. We're starting with one Pillsbury store-bought pie crust that we've brought to room temperature, and we're just going to fit into our pie pan. So you don't have to get fancy here, you don't have to make your own crust, but you do want to lay it nice and evenly in your pan so that your quiche has a wonderful base. After that, you're going to move your pie crust to the side and get going with your other ingredients. So I had one container of frozen chopped spinach. You don't want cream spinach, you just want a regular old chopped spinach. I went ahead and cooked it as it recommended on the package by steaming it in my microwave. And I'm just going to add that to a bowl to add some other ingredients to. Now, some people, when making a quiche, they kind of layer it, and then your bottom layer is all your cheese, above that's your spinach. But I like my quiche to have equal distribution of the ingredients in your slice. You don't want to bite too much cheese by your crust and all the spinach up top. So you want to kind of mix everything together before you put it into your pie. So we're going to take that package of spinach, and to it we are going to add one shallot that we chopped up nice and small. We just gave it a rough chop. It was one like medium-sized shallot. And then we're going to start mixing it together so that we're kind of mixing it up with our spinach. After that, we're going to add our cheese. So I like to add about 2 cups of whatever kind of cheese I'm feeling for the day. So what I have here today is a nice Italian blend of cheese. It's Asiago, it's Pecorino, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. But go ahead and experiment with some Gruyere, with some Swiss. Really, most cheeses kind of work with a spinach quiche, but this blend, it's kind of my favorite. I really like it. If you could get it at the store, get all 3 and grate it up, I suggest going for it. So again, we're going to have 1 to 2 cups of that shredded cheese, depending on how much cheese you want in your quiche, and then mix it together in with your spinach and your chopped shallot. This is a good time to preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and then you're going to just kind of lay out this spinach mixture into your pie crust. So just kind of pour it out in there. The best part is you could kind of dump it in at first, because then it's just very easy to kind of spread out evenly throughout your quiche once it's in your crust. So now it's time to get our egg mixture going. We have about 5 to 6 eggs in this bowl that we beat all up. We have 1 cup of almond milk. You should know better than to think that I'm using a heavy cream in this. We got almond milk. And then I have a nice little spice mixture. It's a little bit of garlic powder, it's a little bit of onion powder, and some black pepper. I think it goes really great. It's not overwhelming. You don't want overwhelming garlic. You don't want anything that's kind of too much, because we have a lot of nice flavors in this already. But it gives it a little bit of a pop. And I just like to blend it right into my egg mixture, because then it pours out throughout my quiche, and it's not like a chunk of garlic or something like that. So again, that little spice mixture was just a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of black pepper. So now it's time to bring it all together. We have our spinach laid out, and we're just going to start to pour our egg over the spinach mixture to make it nice and even. So the best part is that the spinach is not densely packed into this quiche, so it's actually going to go in between all of the pieces. It's going to really kind of distribute in between that cheese and your spinach and your shallot, and as long as you're doing it nice and evenly, you should come out with a really delicious and even quiche. This is a step that so many people like to rush. At this point, they throw it right on into that hot oven, but I like to give my quiche a second to settle. That egg is still working its way through the spinach, so you want to kind of leave it on your counter, not too long, don't go crazy, but give it a second, maybe about 3 to 5 minutes tops, just to kind of let that egg work its way through this spinach. After that, you're going into a 425 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, depending on how much egg you have in your quiche, could take different times to cook. And after that time, you have a delicious finished spinach and cheese and shallot quiche. It's really nice. It's vegetarian if you're kind of participating in a Meatless Monday thing. And if not, it's just really freaking good. So go ahead and enjoy it. I was so happy to share with you today. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to do that below this video. Find me on Instagram, Cait Straight Up Cooking. I'm also on Twitter, Cait Straight Up there. Anything you want to ask me, go ahead. I'd love to chat with you guys. And thank you so much for hanging out in my kitchen, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.